everybody, Styx here with the Token Minorities, bringing you another episode of Styx versus the Top of the Ladder, and today I have a UU match. Now, while technically this is not a ladder battle, this was the finals of a UU tournament I was in against Luna Bay and against a full stall team, which I normally hate. I'm looking at you, Hallucination. But anyway, his team is incredibly annoying. But I am noticing as soon as I can get Blissey out of the way, my Nidoqueen will do work. And my Nidoqueen actually has a little surprise for Blissey if I can manage to get its health low enough. But looking at his team, I'm thinking he'll definitely want to lead off with either Nidoqueen or Forretress. So I'm just going to lead off with my Mega Blastoise so I can nail either of them with a Scald, which will KO the Nidoqueen, or do a chunk to the Forretress if they decide to stay in and get up their rocks. And also Blastoise can beat Sableye one-on-one, I believe. Don't quote me on that, depending on what set it is. But without further ado, we'll just go ahead and jump right into the battle. I do lead off with my Blastoise as he leads off with his Nidoqueen. Now, right here, I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go for a Scald. Maybe I'll get a burn on something. I know he will not want to stay in with his Nidoqueen, as he does go into the Suicune. And I know that I have no business staying in on the Suicune. I have a perfect switch in the form of Celebi, which is actually a counter to almost any type of Suicune, barring maybe a Specs Ice Beam. So I go into my Celebi, he goes into his Blissey, I just decide to U-turn out, go into my Jirachi. He does have a full stall team, so nothing will want a Choice Scarf, and I know it's early and I know I could sustain damage and a T-Wave, but I just want to dump my Scarf on something, as he does go into his Suicune. So now, Suicune is Scarfed, and I have Leftovers, which is actually very nice, meaning I will be able to get some residual recovery going. As I'm going to go for the U-turn, just go back into my Celebi, as he will be going for the Scald right here. Maybe get the burn, maybe not, doesn't really matter, I do have Natural Cure. And right now, I'm just going to U-turn out. Now, it's worth noting right here that his Suicune will be faster than my Celebi, meaning that even if he does get the burn, I can U-turn out into my Jirachi, who will just be able to U-turn out into Celebi before Suicune hits with a Scald, meaning I'll just have a continuous cycle going to where nothing on my team will get hurt. As he goes into his Blissey right now, I get a U-turn off, get some nice damage as I go into my Infernape. Now, right here, I just decide to go for the Flare Blitz. It'll hurt everything on his team, even Suicune, because Suicune does not have his lefties anymore, meaning that any damage I get is here to stay, barring a rest. But I go for the Flare Blitz. It does not turn out to be a 2-hit KO, as he does just go straight for the Seismic Toss. I really don't agree with that, but I mean, hey, it clearly got damage on him and he clearly got this far, so I'm not going to knock it. Now I just decide to go into my Nidoqueen. I figure, may as well just go ahead and get rocks up as he goes into his Suicune. Now, I don't know if this was a misclick right here, as he does go for the rest and I'm able to get my rocks up for free. But now I'm able to just go for a Sludge Wave on anything that wants to come in, as his Blissey does come in, and this Sludge Wave, or Earth Power rather, I was actually predicting the Fortress to want to come in to be immune to the Sludge Wave. It does about 18.7%, and even though Sludge Wave is more powerful, it will not be able to KO the Blissey, so normally I would be in a really bad position at this point, except I have presence for Blissey in the form of Superpower. Yes, I do run Superpower on my Nidoqueen. This is a mixed stall-breaking Nidoqueen. The core of Alomomola and Blissey is everywhere, so this poke is designed to take them on. As he goes into his Suicune, now, like I said, Celebi is a straight-up counter, meaning I have no reason not to go into it whenever Suicune comes out. So that's just going to be my switch every single time. As he does go for a Sleep Talk, he gets a Roar, goes in my Nidoqueen, which is actually perfect for me because now I can just fire off an Earth Power as his Aromatisse comes out, and it will be 2-hit KO'd by the Earth Power. That was beautiful. Actually, for a moment there, I thought that Aromatisse resisted ground attacks, but I'm dumb. But anyway, his Suicune will wake up this turn, so I don't want to get scalded. So I just decide to switch out and go right into my Celebi. Again, as his Nidoqueen does come out, I'm going to pull the switch into my Blastoise, because if he goes for the Sludge Wave, it will be a 2-hit KO. If he goes for Rocks, I can just Rapid Spin them away while he hits me for some good damage. He goes for the Sludge Wave here, easily a 2-hit KO, but I go for Scald, which is a 1-hit KO, so yeah, that worked out better for me. He goes into a Sableye here, gets off the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm just going to Scald till I die, hopefully get a burn, But basically I'm just sacking Mega Blastoise right here because Sableye is a pain in my side, but as long as I can get a burn, Nidoqueen can take it on with relative ease. As long as I can get a burn, as long as I can get a burn, as long as I can get a burn. There we go. I got a burn on the third Scald. I mean, better late than never, right? But now that Sableye is at 45% and burned, Nidoqueen can come in. Sableye can't try to stall me out with Recover, so he just leaves me with a little parting gift in the form of Will-O-Wisp, as I am able to knock him out. Crit did not matter. Nidoqueen is way too powerful for that. And right now, I'm going to pull what's kind of a boring set of switches, because I go into my Celebi to take the Scald, as like I said before, Celebi is a pure counter. I don't want to switch in my Jirachi or Nidoqueen and get Scald Burn, but Celebi, I don't want to go for the Giga Drain, as his Fortress might come in, and I just kind of want to keep offensive momentum. And Jirachi will be regaining health throughout all this because of lefties, and Celebi does have Recover. So I'm just kind of going for my little U-turn circle right here that I talked about earlier. He keeps getting the burn, which is unfortunate, but nothing I can't handle, as I do have Recover. And yes, I know that this is kind of dumb because I have the game wrapped up. Basically, I don't want to go for anything but the safest play at this point to ensure that I do keep the game, as my U-turn circle will eventually be able to knock him out. But right here on this last Scald, he does get the burn. I just decide that, you know what, let's just go ahead and end it, as I am going to go for the Giga Drain on this upcoming turn, and which will KO the Suicune, and Fortress will come in, and it can't do anything to my team. It's completely GG right here, but I just wanted to play safe because you never know when something weird could happen. My Celebi actually has Perish Song, meaning that for sure this game will end within the next 3 turns, as I can just Recover stall him, meaning that Fortress can't do any weird shenanigans with, I don't even know what he could possibly do that would win him it. But basically, I was just playing very safely at the end of that game just to ensure that I did have the win. And I'm just going for Recover right here, as he's going for Gyro Ball to do minimal damage. And gets a crit, 2 crits in a row, not a big deal. Like I said, game's over next turn. And I decide to preserve the 5-0, as I'm going to U-turn into my Jirachi. I don't really know why I could have gone into anything. But it's worth noting that I did not reveal my Haxorus, which was actually my normal mode of stall breaking, as Banded Haxorus completely wrecks teams. Now, like I said, this was not a ladder match, however, it was a very good match in the finals of a UU tournament. So yeah, good game, Lunar Bay. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I destroyed Stall, so that was definitely channel worthy. This is Styx, signing out, guys. Why not? See ya.